So I'm here with Mr. Sam Simon, who's going to be fighting for the your super lightweight title this Sunday. It'll be the second time he'll contest for it. It's a cracking matchup he has against Jake Gilpin. I just wanted it's fight week. So how are you feeling? And another title shot again. Obviously, you had a good performance in your last one against Connor, who's going pro. It looks like. How'd you feel getting another shot?
Yeah, definitely I'm excited for the second one. I learned a lot from the last two fights that I had, especially the Connors fight, because obviously it's very, very high level. Um, so I'm gonna use the lessons I've got from that last fight and bring that mixed that with what I already have in my skill set. And yeah, I'm buzzing. I'm literally buzzing for the next one, and I'm very sure it's gonna be a very good end of the year for me as well.
Yeah, it's good. It's been such a good year for you. It's a fight that I can't wait for. It originally started with obviously Jake and Nathan, and Decky's actually turned that into two great fights. Obviously, with Corey getting the shot at Nathan and you getting the shot at this one,
Yes.
which is something he's good at. But do you want to talk about kind of since you came back? Obviously, we've gone through you were out for a long time. How happy with how you've improved since you come back? Because every time I see you at every fight, something gets better. Whether it's a new kick or you're striking or just your takedown defense or your takedowns, everything seems to get better every time you fight. When I see you, how do you feel your progression has been since your comeback?
Definitely my progression. I think personally it's been a lot, a lot more. I'm a lot more calm compared to the way I was, watching back at the first few fights I've had since I came back. I was a lot more aggressive, but now I've obviously picked up a few bits and pieces from each fight coming into the most recent one. So I'm very sure my progression has been very, very good. I'm something I'm very, very happy with. Um, Normally I'll be like aggressive, trying to fucking just pick someone up and just run into the person. But now I feel a lot more calmer. The like I said, the last fight with Connor taught me so much about technical fighting. So that is something that I'm looking forward to because I've improved a lot since then as well. So I'm looking forward to showing everything in this fight on Sunday.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what it is. Like I said, you get better every time, and to see what the next version of you is going to be like is fantastic. And one of the milestones was obviously you won a title, an amateur title. And when I talked to you before that, you were saying you were supposed to go into a title shot before you were out for such a long time. Then you
Yeah.
finally got it. What did that mean to you to win that title?
Oh, geez, that meant a lot. I think I don't know if we had this similar conversation. I got my first fight last year. I think so. Wasn't around August.
Yes.
So something around that time frame. Obviously, my goal was to get back to fighting and to eventually going in to be a champion. It's something that means so much. It just means that like just overcoming every obstacles along the way, every challenges I've been through and just uh, the focus, the sacrifices I've made to leading up to that moment to get that belt. That means a lot. That's like life just give rewarding you for everything that you've been through. So it meant so much. Just at a moment when they said Sam new, champion, like in my mind, I could not believe it. It's like wow, this is actually happening. It's unreal, and not everyone will might not understand that feeling, until they've been in my shoes, and yeah, I was very, very happy with it.
Yeah. No, and like that, I did speak to you right after. It's like you got there, you got the title. Now you got the chance to add another title. What was your
Yes.
reaction when you found out you were going to be fighting for the title again? And that fight had obviously broken up because
Yeah.
you're a fighter I like to watch. Jake's a fighter I like to watch. I think this is going to be a very exciting matchup.
Yeah, definitely. It's been nice to get two. Definitely, be really nice to get two. Like, I think getting the second one is like just having a cherry on top of it. So it's like double blessing and just having another belt on the other shoulder as well. It's feels good. It feels really, really balanced as well going into next year. So I am very, very excited. So excited for this fight. Like I mentioned, I've learned a lot from each fight. I've picked up a lot of little little tips from each ones. Especially, I learn a lot from the fights I lose more than the ones I've actually won, and that's actually a lot of the times I make a big improvement when I actually lose something, because it pushes me, it motivates me to just go and even be, give it even much more every time. So I'm looking forward to fighting Jake, and it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be very, very exciting.
It's a good fight, like I said. When it comes to, I think I've asked you this before, but I'll ask you again. When it comes to fighters, do you let your coaches just take care of maybe the research on the opponent and looking into a game plan, or do you look into yourself, or do you just focus on improving yourself while they do that?
Um, my coach, they do look at the opponents, but I definitely do a lot of research on the guys I'm fighting. Like, I take them very, very, very serious. So I look at them in the morning and the night, every single time, every moment, because I don't like to look past anybody. Because that's usually is when you look past someone that's already, you're not taking them serious, and that's how people fall. So I take each person extremely serious. I look at what he's good at. I look at what he's not good at, what I can do to hurt him, what he can do to hurt me as well. So, and I acknowledge their skill sets, because you have to kind of, I feel like you have to acknowledge the person that you're fighting, regardless of who it is. So I definitely I've looked into every single person I fight, and just, I think that's the fight game. That just shows that you take everything, every part, everything serious. Um, yeah, my coach, they send me a few links. Well, sometimes my coach send me a link. Sam, have a look at this. I'm like, I've already looked at it. Don't worry. I know he's good at that. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I'm active with looking at the opponents. Definitely, I don't look past anyone.
You know, that's good, because obviously you want to know. It's all good when someone says, "Oh, he does this, he does this." You want to be able to see it. So when you get in the cage and you see his patterns coming, you know what's coming next,
Exactly,
or
exactly.
traps he might try to set. But you, like you said, you're going to come to the end of the year, hopefully win the title on Sunday, and then that'll bring you into next year. What are your plans for next year? Obviously, you like that. You're not looking past your next opponent, but do you think you have many more amateur? Do you think pro is on the or on the horizon anytime soon, or is that something that would just come naturally as your career progresses out?
Yeah, it's just getting to the stage. I'm pushing towards the pro level at this stage. It's kind of coming naturally, to be honest. Because if I when I get this win the second belt, so there isn't gonna be too much left for me. Maybe I might defend the belt, once or twice, and then very, very likely I'll be going pro. I want to, see how far I can go with that. And I always like the feeling of the unknown as well. See where the next step is gonna be. See what next year is gonna be like. You know. So yeah, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to that level for sure.
Yeah, that's what I would have thought as well. Like that, obviously, it comes with you and your coaches and the decision being made. And I like what you said about the new expectations and what's different, because obviously you were out for so long. It seems like you're really cherishing the journey on the way. There is a destination, but you seem to be enjoying each part of the journey, no matter what throws at you. Because to be back here after what happened is just been so amazing. Would I be right in saying that you're just cherishing the ups and downs and taking it all in as it happens?
Yeah, I'm cherishing every moment. Because I don't like rushing things, trying to look 2 steps ahead, because then I could be disappointed in a way if something doesn't work that way as soon as I want it to work. So I rather just live in the moment, take each fighters as seriously as possible, and then see where that leads me. Because and that's the steps I've always taken up until the moment to get the opportunity that I have right now fighting for the second belt. Because that way, if I have a loss or twice along the way, then I'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna learn from that. But rather than me trying to chase a very high level, then if I have a few losses on the along the way, that's gonna make me start kicking myself that I should have done this, I should have done that. I'll be so disappointed, thinking I'm not good enough to be at that level. But my mindset is win, lose, whatever it is, I learn from each step, each fight, going into the next one, and I'm enjoying the journey. Like, I'm also, obviously, I'm very grateful to be here. Very, very grateful. I'm lucky to be here as well. I'm blessed, and obviously, personally, in my personal life, I'm not perfect. I'm far from perfect, but my goal is always clear. I love fighting. I love to live. I love live. If I'm not fighting, if I'm not training, I feel empty sometimes. So I like to just enjoy the moment, and see where it leads me for sure.
Yeah, I think it's going to take you very far. Obviously, we've seen with the amount of opportunities that there is now for fighters, whether it be Cage Warriors, which obviously Solomon's in. You've got PFL, which lands on Friday. They've got an amateur fight on the card, and they're going more into Europe. Like when you look at these
Yes.
promotions, all the options now for pro, are you just like, this is a really good place to be in right now, where you are at your level and where Irish MMA is.
Yeah, I saw the amateur fight, one of the amateur fights in PFL. I think that was the Muhammad Ali's son fight on. I was like, I didn't actually know there was amateur fights on the PFL. I was so like, wow, that's very, very interesting. The way they actually give them that platform as well. Because I think that's gonna help MMA go a very, very long way. Even for the guys that hasn't gone pro yet, that's gonna help them, have something that they can look forward to as well.
Yeah, because like that, it'd be nice if they had a couple of fights on it, maybe 4 or 5 amateurs, like a little mini card. Um,
Yeah.
Maybe that's something they look at in the future, but there is just so many good opportunities out there for you. Like I said, you're in the right place at the minute. You're constantly improving. You're looking at exceptional every time you fight. And I suspect this is going to be another good performance by you and also by your opponent. I think this is going to be this could be one of the fights of the nights, I think.
Yeah, I'm buzzing. I love that. That's the sound of the fight of the night. That makes me excited. Yes, let's go.
Let's
For
go.
sure.
I'm gonna let you go. Is there anything you want to say before I let you go? Or anyone you want to thank before I let you go?
Oh yeah. First of all, I want to thank my friends, my families for being there for me, supporting me up until this moment. They've been with me through my ups and downs. My team, Team Rhino, Gambaru, all the guys, they've always helped me improve. And finally, I actually also want to thank my sponsors. Actually, I got a few sponsors on board now. SKS, they helped me with my gear for training. Z Fitness helps me a lot with my nutrition and supporting me, and that's also my good friend. And I got Joe Barbers as well on board, one of the best barbers in the country. So is I'm excited to have them on board. So it's something that it's a good milestone for me as well to have these guys supporting me, being the first to support me on this journey. So I am so grateful to everybody, including you as well. I'm so happy for the platform that you gave me as well. So thanks so much to everyone. That's all I can say. And really, really looking forward to Sunday and to everybody that's coming over to watch the fight and support me as well. Thank you.
Perfect. I want to thank you very much for your time. I want to thank you very much for your kind words. And I can't wait to see you again in person fighting this Sunday. It's going to be an absolute pleasure. You're an absolute gentleman. Thank you.
Perfect. Thanks so much, Dave. I appreciate it. Have a
Perfect.
good day.